Dave, we've had a full week of preparation going into this weekend's game against St Mirren. How's that been? I can imagine there's been a good mood around the training camp, obviously being 11 unbeaten now.
Yeah, we're in a real good place. Real confidence around the group at the moment. Able to give the lads, with the game being on Friday night, a couple of days off as well over the weekend, which was good for them, a bit of a reset. And then we've had a full week with the extra day actually this week to prepare for St Mirren, which will be a real difficult game. But it allows us to get a real good training week into the boys that haven't played as many minutes as well, and a real opportunity to put a game plan in place to give us a real chance to go down there and win, because we need to make sure we try and do that.
Yeah, you went down to their game obviously against Hearts on Monday. It went the distance as well. Do you think that could have some kind of bearing on the game at the weekend?
I think not really. I think it's one of the games that's probably far enough away from the next game where we're certainly not going to be taking that as an opportunity or looking like we can take our foot off the gas at all. I think they've demonstrated against us in the 2 games we've played already that we need to be at our best to make sure we get the 3 points. When you think back to the 2 performances we've had against them, they've been incomplete performances. First half, in the first game of the season, I thought we were good in the game, probably had a couple of chances, didn't take our chances, and then were punished for a really poor second half. And then the reverse fixture at Easter Road was the opposite. I thought we started the game poorly, weren't anywhere near the level we've been at, and we're punished for that. On that day, second half was better because we were chasing the game and nearly got back into it. But it's certainly a reflection of what we're going to face, which is we know we need to be at our very best. St Mirren are a very good team. I've seen that on Monday night. They've got a real threat going forward, and they'll force you to defend, but they're very well organised as well without the ball. So we know it'll be a tough game, we know that, but it's a game that if we do play at our best, I know I've got the players that are confident at the moment and determined to keep this run going, and it's an opportunity for us to do that.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 defeats then. Obviously we've now leapfrogged them in the table, only by 3 points, but a lot's changed since those 2 games as well, just in terms of the momentum and our run of performances and results.
Yes, that's a big thing, isn't it? So the confidence in the players is definitely there. The opportunity that presents itself at the weekend as well. So we're at this stage of the season now, the top 6, everyone from 11th up there, even St Mirren at St Johnstone at the bottom, at the moment. A couple of results have put themselves back in the hunt a little bit. So I think it's about how quickly can we try and cement that place in the top 6. This weekend will be a real difficult game, but if we can win the game, we'll go 6 points ahead of them with 7 games to go between the splits. That's a good opportunity to try and capitalise on that, but it will be a difficult game, which we already know. But the full focus, as it has been now for a number of weeks, is just concentrating on the next game and trying to get 3 points into that and trying to get this top 6 cemented as quickly as we can.
Just on to team news then. I wanted to start with Alassane Mane. How's he been getting on this week?
He's done really well. So he was, as I mentioned last week, about the fact that he wasn't going to be ready for the Ayr game. We took the opportunity to try and get a bit of conditioning into him because of the fact he'd been coming from a winter break, was slightly behind in terms of fitness and intensity levels where he needed to be. So he's came through that really well. It's a wee bit early in the week just now to look at the weekend, and obviously the game not being till Sunday. But he's done well this week. We're still pushing him as much as we can, but we also don't want to push him too much too quickly. And we'll monitor that one between now and the weekend. But he certainly gave himself an opportunity to be involved at the weekend now with the work he's been doing. He needs to keep progressing and recover in between. But he's coming into our thinking now as potential for this weekend.
And then there's the 3 long-term injuries as well: Joe Newell, Eli Yuan and Marvin Ekpateta. How are those guys getting on?
They're progressing again. I think the frustrating one's obviously still Ellie's getting there, but he's back on the grass, which is a real positive. He's back running, which is something that we anticipated him to be doing a lot earlier, and him as well. Joe is another one that we should get the rewards for him taking the extra week at the moment for the longer term game, which is, he's getting stronger all the time. If we'd rushed him back and maybe cut a few corners to try and get him back, he'd maybe then not undo the sort of work and strength work he'd been doing in the gym. So he's progressing nicely. He's getting probably a bit itchy feet, desperate to get back and try and get back in amongst it. He's back on the grass all the time and should be involved. He won't make this weekend, but again, looking for him to be back involved maybe the week after. Marv's been back on the grass and training with the boys the last couple of days, which is brilliant for him. But he's only really had 1 training session for the last sort of 12 weeks or whatever time he's been out. He's done really well in his rehab, which is real credit to him to get back as quickly as he has done. Credit to the medical department and strength and conditioning department for getting him back as quick as they have and as safely as they have. And he's came back in a good condition, but he's got a lot of work to do obviously before he can be involved in squads at the moment. But it's a real positive. It's something I talked a lot about during the window when the window closed, about the players that are coming back and the strength and depth that's going to add. We'll give ourselves, hopefully we can get through that, they get back as quick as they can, and we've got a real good squad to finish the season strongly.
100%. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.